Hi, my name is Zach Taylor. I'm a business finance broker, and I just want to make a quick video to explain the difference between your typical debt relief programs for MCA loans versus our MCA Restructuring program. There's quite a few debt relief programs out there, and many of these methods have consequences. So one way of doing debt relief is refinancing. That means taking on a new loan with new loan fees and paying out your existing MCA debt. And that usually harms your credit, and it may incur prepayment penalties with your MCA loans. So may not be the best option. Also, debt reduction. This is more or less filing for bankruptcy. You're having expensive legal fees to negotiate down how much you owe back. So if you borrowed $100,000, maybe some attorneys can help lower that to $40,000, but what do you think that's going to do to your credit? These MCA companies may come after your assets or file lawsuits. So that's a pretty risky option. And then reconciliation is really just delaying payments. If you're a seasonal business, perhaps you can get relief by delaying payments, but you're still going to owe what you owe, and it's only going to provide temporary relief. Now, our restructuring program is much different. What we do is we renegotiate with your existing lenders, and we're actually lender friendly. This is a company comprised of a bunch of MCA loan experts that worked at MCA lenders for a number of years, and they know how these MCA loans can really harm small businesses. So what they've done is they've created a company where they know the ins and outs of these contracts, and they can go in. They built a proprietary system where they crunch all the numbers in your MCA sweeps, as well as your cash flow statements, and it pumps out a report that they use to renegotiate with your existing lenders. A lot of way that they're providing relief is by lowering fees and interest rates. They may also be extending the length in which a time you have to pay back those loans, making those payments a lot more manageable and keeping your cash flow head above water. But they are lender friendly. We're not taking out new loans. Okay, they're working with your existing lenders, and they're restructuring, renegotiating these contracts to improve your position. So that's how they provide relief. Ultimately, you will pay off what you owe, but with reduced fees and interest. And by paying off what you owe, that makes you in a much better position to be bankable in the future. But what they do is, if you have multiple daily or weekly sweeps, what they do is they combine payments into one weekly or one monthly payment, and they become the servicing company that pays off your various MCA loans. And by being the servicing company, they collect a small service fee, but to renegotiate and restructure your loans, there are no legal fees, there's no consulting fees, it's just the service fee they collect. So if I were you, and you're feeling a little bit of a squeeze on your MCA payments, take a couple of minutes to fill out the application, click the link. This company, their report can process this information in fractions of a second, and they will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours on how they can help. So I highly recommend it. There are little to no consequences with the restructuring, whereas with many of these debt relief programs, there are great consequences on the back end that they may not disclose in their advertising. Hope this helps.